enough to feed a family.
Good morning, everyone. Today, again in Asagaya, but Sophie's going to Koenji to meet a friend, an old tomodachi, and I will go briefly to just have a quick look at a couple of shops, and then I'm heading to Harajuku to meet another friend, Marie, who I haven't seen, I guess, since I was here last. And even though they've got a really hurt foot, we're gonna do some cafe hopping. And if I have time, depending on when I need to leave, because I am meeting Lila later in Nakano they're taking me to a restaurant / place for drinks that they said was fancy, and also that I couldn't show they're like, please wear a long sleeved top so the old people there don't see that you've got tattoos. I was like, that's okay and understandable. So yeah, if there's any time between, I'll try and make it to Aoyama and see a couple of the flagships. It's very, very cold. I've actually got gloves on and I'm wearing like heat tech on tops, bottoms. Hey, it's just like TikTok. Anyway, heat tech, shirt, blazer, then this new Irenisa coat that I picked up the other day. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a dog scarf, which I got from La Forêt, and my bag that I got from the same place at La Forêt.
It's like this pop-up Chinese designer, which I don't remember the name of.
I don't know how you pronounce it. It's really confusing.
And this is also new.
This is also new. Fluffy.
From Mary Jenny.
From Mary Jenny.
And then we've got the cool hey socks over the candy stripper shoes. And I don't know what the shorts are. What are the shorts?
They're from Milk.
From Milk. There we go.
And so is the beanie.
And where's Rilakuma from?
Rilakuma's from my heart.
Alright, let's have a good day. It's cold, but we soldier on. Okay, we've said goodbye to Sophie. She's off. We're going to check out a few shops here. Koenji's like... Sophie actually used to live here. A lot of live houses, a lot of vintage shops. Basically like Shimokitazawa, but without the intense Shimokitazawa vibe. So let's have a look around. We're going to go here to Modov first. Okay. Modov, at first I saw the sign saying men's second floor. I went up and I was like, oh, it's pretty hectic up here, but it was pretty empty as well in terms of like people. So I was able to browse and it was like, oh, they don't really have... Everything is like sorted by what type of piece it is. So whether it was like outer, long sleeve t-shirts, etc. And then when I went downstairs, I was like, oh, this is where they have all like the name brand stuff. And back to being like a huge hodgepodge just piled onto a rack. And at these places as well, I guess, unfortunately due to crime, they've now got like security, not just security tags, but each piece is also attached to the rack that it's on by like one of those, like, I don't know, you can't cut them, but they're like secure loops that runs through the piece and goes through. And I found like a pair of like Yoji wrap pants, but I couldn't actually see them because the thing went all the way through one of the legs. So you try and take it off the rack a little bit and the entire leg would just be like stuck to where it was before. And it's like, oh, okay, so I just don't get to see what this is. And that's all of them. And there's just stuff stuck and just, wedged in there. It's just so unpleasant. Anyway, let's go to some other shops. There's a place I used to love over here that I genuinely actually bought a few things from when I used to live here, called Don Don Down on Wednesday. And their vibe is that on Wednesdays, everything is down. I was talking to Sophie, I was like, oh my goodness, it's Wednesday. Everything will be Don Don Down. It's Tuesday. Things will not be Don Don Down, but let's have a look anyway. It's a cute little shop. I think there's not loads of them, so let's have fun. So this is a cute little shopping street called Pal, and when I was here there was a place one of these ones on the left, which is, oh, there we go, Sound Studio Dom. That there was a really popular party, I've already forgotten what it's called, but a lot of foreigners would come to it, and because it's a sound studio, it's a rehearsal studio, you just pay entry, and then it was BYO drinks. It's up there. And it would always be really interesting because you'd have bands and DJs playing in each of the rehearsal rooms. Super, super fun, super, super messy. And yeah, many a time was spent there waiting for first trains. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is a vlog on here from back then. In case you want to scope it out, I'm not going to link it because it's messy, but it exists. Let us continue down, pal. Here's our guy, Don getting down on a Wednesday. Let's have a look on Wednesday. It's a really cool MA1. I'm gonna inspect it. Okay, so for real, this second street is probably the best one I've been to, and let me explain why. So koenji in general, the vibe, like, there's some really fashionable people here, but the vibe overall from most of the shops, it's very Americana, US military vintage, like to the point where stuff is separated as US military vintage and Euro military vintage in shops, which I've never seen it to that extent before. And so a lot of the pieces and things you'll find are very focused to that kind of style, should you be interested in that. Like, this is definitely a place to come by because there's just so many shops and there's so many that I just walk past and it's like, it's just nothing in there for me, but they look really cool, catering to that kind of audience. And then that second street, the downstairs is catering to all that. So I walked in and was kind of like, oh, it's just like, you know, denim, like big military coats, like an entire section where things were listed as like US Navy, US Army, for like pants, shoes, jackets. So then it was like, okay, well, upstairs it says that there's like bags and shoes for men. Go upstairs and you're greeted with this, it's all Supreme stuff, just like the first thing you see when you go up there. I'm like, oh no, is this just like a hype beast area? Luckily it's not, but you know, Supreme fans, still lots to look at there. You could go around there and you would find, like on the left hand side, more like streetwear kind of stuff, and then on the right was where, you know, loads of comm, so much comm, a little like yoji rack. Unfortunately, so much stuff did have, you know, those secure metallic loops on them, but the way everything was organized there, it wasn't overly intense, and there was enough space that you didn't really feel pressure to just like, you know, get in, get out as soon as possible, like don't waste time. So it was a much more leisurely experience, if you could even put it that way, but I enjoyed that one a lot. So there are a few pieces there. Yoji wise, you're probably not going to find a lot, let's be honest. Tiny little rack. There were some autumn winter 08 wool pants that you can find on the Second Street website actually for $170. Amazing price. Had I not already got so many pairs of pants, I would have definitely jumped on that. So the main thing to take away from all this is that all these shops are online. Like, coming in person, I suppose, you know, gives you that tactile feel and that whole vibe to it, but otherwise you could just do your shopping online. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's more exciting when going to like the more curated shops. That gives you a more, as I said, curated experience rather than just going to these hodgepodge stores where it's just, here's everything, now figure it out yourself. So yeah, just be aware that you can do the browsing online, find something, purchase it, get it sent to you, and yeah. Second Street koenji, it's got such a terrible rating on Google Maps, but I really liked it. if you're in the area, definitely go have a look. Who knows what you might find. Now I am having to depart early because we're gonna go meet Marie in Harajuku. But yeah, koenji was nice. Short and sweet. So Harajuku's got this Pokemon Happy Winter 23-24 thing. There are all these QR codes sort of hidden around the place as well. And I don't know what they mean, but we do know that our favorite is represented. That's what matters, right? Representation. I'm so confused by most of the stuff here though. Like the main strip, still awful. I would love to have seen what it was like previously, but at the moment it's just full of a lot of questionable stores and really like annoying people trying to get you to go to their stores off the main strip that sell also questionable looking clothes and goods. Happy winter. Also, in today's protein, I got this one because the family mart here in Harajuku didn't have the one I've been drinking. This one was fine. 21 grams. It tasted just like milk. Not really anything added to it. So, I don't know. I don't know whether I'd say that's a good or a bad thing, but it wasn't gross, considering Sophie has mentioned that most of the ones that they've had have been pretty disgusting. All the ones I've had have been adequate. Okay, approaching the top of Takeshita Street now. Maybe we'll film walking down it, maybe not. I don't know if Marie's gonna want to do that. Because it's just not a pleasant experience. And I can't compare anywhere else that I've been to it. Here it is. Okay, bin hunt, let's do this. To do this you need to be exceptionally skilled and able, for they're not just everywhere. Bins are scarce, there is a dearth of bins, trash cans. Due to potential security reasons? I don't know. But it means you just spend most of your day just carrying trash. So what I usually do is, when you go to a restaurant or something, you just leave a bunch of trash there with all your stuff. But there is this sweet spot here. And by it, they have a bin. Will I be using it? Who knows? I'm not going to film this, but someone else is, so... Okay. Nothing happened. Alright, don't be a cop. But also, there's no proof. There is no proof. I turned my camera off and I just looked at the bin. Oh, there's Marie. Alright, I'm gonna turn the camera off because I don't know whether Marie wants to be on camera or not. We're at this...
Do I want a cafe latte, like a cold cafe latte, or a hot cafe latte? Because it's kind of warm in here.
Yeah, it's really hot in here. So this place is apparently very, very popular, where you can get like 2D or 3D latte art. Pick the drink. You can give them any photo and they'll do it.
They have almond milk as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, it says here you can change it to almond milk.
I haven't seen that at many places. I might go with like an ice with almond milk. How funny. This is Marie's art. Who is it?
Momonga
Who's Momonga?
from Chikawa. It's like the little popular cartoon right now.
Ah, yes. I think I've seen a lot of it. Potentially it's the character that Sophie's like. I keep seeing this thing everywhere. Who is it?
This one's the one that's the little cunt.
I went very basic. I'm being shamed for it. I just don't want people to... I thought they were going to maybe like go around with it. So cute.
Upstairs is fine.
Really? Because of your foot?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cold outside. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how to...
Did you take a walk about like Urahara, or did you just go to touch the street like the other day?
No, we were mainly in Urahara for most of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I really liked... There's a place down on like the other side of Cat Street called Context that I really liked. And then, I know we went to Candy Stripper, Sophie got some shoes there.
Like candy stripper. It's so expensive.
I like visiting Candy Stripper. It's just like, you know, you just come by and you just go to Candy Stripper. It's a thing. Latte art place was fine. Really annoying other tourists there, impatiently waiting to get seated and not really listening to what the staff was saying. But if you want to spend $17 on a coffee with cute art, then go for your life. It's delicious. Some dog walker vibes.
Very hard.
Surely that person must be making absolute bank. If you're getting paid, I think someone in Melbourne was saying that like dog walking. We're going to look at your thing. This is the character we see everywhere. We're back. Cheers.
On the table, please.
I wonder if we got the matcha or the hojicha. I got the hojicha. Here's the cat, Koyane. So we've gone triple dango with the matcha. And Marie's gone these hojicha cinnamon balls and matcha as well. No sign of the cat. The cat has not come back.
I think it's been put in jail.
It's been put in cat jail.
Cat jail, yeah.
This place was actually so cute. The matcha was delicious. The dango was interesting. I'm not a big dango person, but happy to have some. Really cute place. Take your shoes off. Have to sit down on these really comfortable cushions at the table. Just, yeah. It's called Cafe Chairo. Worth coming. And there's a cat. You can't go wrong with a cat at a restaurant, you've been saying. Alright, where to? We came to Noemie. where Marie was saying that they're basically a really, maybe the most affordable entry-level juke type shop. And you got a cute hat. You're not going to wear it out?
No.
No.
They've got bows on the head.
With the bows on the hat. Okay. Said goodbye to Marie. It was a bit of an awkward one because I asked, it's like, are you going, like, where are you going? She's like, I'm going to work. I know that she works in Shinjuku, but then I guess she stayed on the train because she was going back home. So it was like, I'm getting off here. She's like, okay, bye. I was like, oh. Anyway, it was fun to hang out with Marie. It was good to see them. Hopefully get to see them again. But when you're living here, you have a lot of stuff to do. At Nakano now, a bit early. Maybe going to link up with Sophie to walk around and then meeting Lila later. There's also a Stop the Genocide in Gaza protest. I've not seen one this big, and this is maybe 10 people with a big sign as well, just over behind me here. But it's cool, like very, very sporadically seeing people. Like there was one guy in Asagaya the other day who then wanted us to buy this newspaper, and I was like, oh, sorry, man. We just don't really speak that much Japanese to really understand the depths of like what the newspaper will say, but we support. So yeah, we're in Nakano. I don't know whether we'll see much of Broadway, but Broadway is a super popular place here, which a lot of otaku weebs and the like come to, because it's just like floors and floors and shops of merch, games, art, things like that. It's a really great spot. There's also one of my favorite ice cream places here because they do a really takai, really tall ice cream with like lots of different flavors, and it's delicious and very, very cheap. Whether or not I want to attempt this on a day that's cold like today, we shall see. Let's continue. Today's been fun. Saw some clothes, saw a friend, went to a couple of cute spots, and there's more to go. More to go. I hope you're enjoying these. I hope they're interesting. Let's continue. So much Sumiko. We're back with Sophie. How was your day with Kure-chan?
It was really nice. I think both of us had not been to koenji in a long time.
What did you do?
We went to... we were going to go to a pancake cafe, and they had a very long list on the door of all of the times that they were closed, including today. It was a very long list. And so we went to Hatifnat, which is sort of...
It's like a tree house.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a tree house. And then wanted dessert, so we tried to go to Baby King Kitchen, which as it turns out now, you need a reservation, and it's completely changed. It doesn't have the bears anymore. It's all white. It's like a...
Is it still nice though?
No.
Okay.
So it's very like... It's not a children's cafe anymore. They don't have all the plush toys. They're not playing the children's music.
But it's still called Baby King Kitchen.
It's still called Baby King Kitchen. And they're also opening a cafe on the ground floor, which will also be Baby King something or other.
Baby King Cafe?
And the food was okay. There was like a 600 yen oolong cha, which was insane.
The food was bark?
So it's changed, and I would not recommend it anymore, but we'll see what they open on the ground floor.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Sophie's having issues with her scarf, that she makes it even, and then very shortly afterwards it becomes uneven, and she doesn't understand why, because they weigh the same amount both sides.
Can you say your battery is dying? You are using the last of your battery to document my scarf.
No, I was saying that I was running out of space, so I had to delete like stuff that I've already transferred over to the computer. This is Broadway. It's a bit chilly.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't nearly done as many steps as you today.
I haven't really been walking that much.
And petite. We must save him. Okay, these places really don't like you filming, so I'll turn off. Okay, I just have to definitely show that this Kurikura machine is called Root Me. Amazing. simply amazing. Look at this spread. Huh? You can start if you want. My camera. Lila's brought us to her local, would you call it izakaya? Local izakaya, and we've been given this lovely sashimi dish to start off with. As well as, I've already eaten it, but yeah, it was delicious too.
It has a miso sauce, which is like vinegar and miso, like literally miso. I think it might be like a mountain vegetable, but I don't know for sure.
Are you a fan?
Yeah, I love it. It's delicious.
This is, Lila hasn't stopped talking about this vegetable.
I'll eventually stop talking about it.
But today's not a day. Yeah, it's lovely.
Really?
It I mean, like the texture reminds me of like spring onion, but not the taste.
That harsh taste.
But I suppose like I would eat spring onion like this. Not a lot of people would, because I love spring onion.
I don't know what to make of it.
Judge me all you want. Judge me all you want.
I feel like that must make it disappointing for you because you want to use spring onion, but it's not.
That's like saying literally any of this food. Like, I wish it was something I really. No. Is that how you eat? What kind of onions?
So like tamanegi, round onions, like typical onions. Have you ever seen those?
No, but and I don't think the channel knows this. I could eat just red onions. Like, let's go. Like, could eat it like an apple.
Is red onion more mild than a white onion? Wait, literally like an apple?
I think.
Like...
Yeah, I could. Not that I necessarily would.
But you have.
I've taken out a bite out of a red onion before like cooking the rest of it. But you can have it raw. It's easier to get it raw in things. Usually you can find like burgers. Yeah.
Right. Well, I assume for burgers, like they set it in water, and like you put it in water for 10 minutes. I think it softens up the harshness of it. No, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I like it just raw. Let's go. Make that of what you will. So with our friend Face had asked, how do you like your okra? And they said that they've actually thought about this today, which is so unusual.
No.
So take it away. How do you like your okra?
Well, first of all, it's normal to think about what food you identify with, what food you like have a connection with. And as a kid, I ate a lot of okra. It's very South Asian. You can deep fry it, delicious.
Yeah.
You can fry it in a pan with like potatoes and then steam it, delicious.
Yeah.
Once again, if you go to yakitori, they'll have like okra kushi. So grilled okra, delicious.
Yeah.
Just raw and cut up, not so delicious.
So what's your ichiban way to consume okra?
Are you asking this hard question?
You were thinking about it today.
Deep fried is most delicious, obviously deep fried. However, it's not the easiest way to get okra. Like, no one deep fries okra. It's not that common. So okra and potatoes is really good. It's like a South Asian thing.
Yeah. Okra, for those uninformed, usually is super slimy and weird, and it's not for everyone. It's a very unique texture that many Westerners may find disgusting. What's the onomatopoeia in Japanese for describing like the texture of
I
okra?
feel very offended by this. No, but no, it's true.
No, but it's true.
It's true, but you're saying it to my face.
I'm just saying the truth, but I'm also saying that we've got Faced here explaining a bit more of why we should appreciate it. Oh, tempura. Did you have your last piece? Okay, good. Matcha salt.
Yeah, like green tea matcha.
Okay, I've never had anything that tastes like this.
What does it taste like?
Salted MSG. Like I had a baby and it's just delicious.
If I told you it was like wasabi salt, would you believe me?
No, because it's not spicy.
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
Okay. You're just trying to lie to me again.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Is that tempura with matcha salt?
I can't really distinguish distinguish the difference between. I can distinguish the difference. That was not a sentence.
It's so good. It's so good. Oishi.
Yeah, it's really kind of the tempura.
I've never seen the tempura. Usually it's just like tempura sauce rather than. What do you call this in Japanese?
I think it's like just matcha like it's probably just
It's delicious. But you are not a fish. It's chikua.
What's chikua made of?
Not fish? Is it made of fish? Yeah. I was wrong.
Basement too.
Okay, I was saying, I was like, oh, it looks like a fish. I thought it was a root.
Do you know those like in Super Mario Brothers or whatever the one Super Mario World Christmas? There's like donut planes, right?
Yeah.
And there's those platforms that you stand on, they like fall.
Yeah.
They're like little circles, they're donuts. Yeah. It's actually chikua.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's some Mario lore. Didn't expect it. Alright, we have left the izakaya waka here in Nakano. I don't know if I could recommend that place if you cannot speak Japanese. It might be a bit difficult. But
yes, people who can't speak Japanese have been known to go there.
yeah. But
and they're really warm and friendly and like they make it work, but yeah.
It'll be tough because like the menu is in like vertical written Japanese.
Absolutely.
So you kind of look at it and you're like, okay,
yeah.
I'll have this, and guess.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Yeah,
moe.
we'll take this one. but it's like it's lovely. Like they're very very warm and helpful, and you can get a bunch of the staples there. A lot of like lovely fish, but yeah, thank you, Lila, for bringing us to.
It was so much fun.
Your place. And now time for more beverages, as is just the custom here.
No.
Oh no, more beverages.
Colors.
Dog
she
conference.
She really wants attention.
All of them.
She really needs attention. Why else would she have those dogs in
For
colors?
we're at Juke 80s. There's at least 2 of them.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
Probably 2.
Music request bar. There's like a J-pop one, but it was closed, so we're here at the not J-pop one. We're gonna get claimed for this music. Gloria Esteban. It's just like, where's my money? Oh, of course you got a pina colada.
I can't help it.
Oh, had I known, I would have got one too. Kanpai. This is Juke's, which we were talking about that neither of us have been here since 12 years. It's like you can request what you want to play out of like this list. I guess this one has like the video clip, but this has the music list. You just request songs. But if you're into the 80s J-pop, Juke 80s, the one that we tried to go to was closed. That just makes, but the stuff here is still pretty
Yeah, no, completely satisfied. And this really tastes like alcohol. Like they did not
try
go
some?
light-handed on it. Yeah, maybe it's me, but I'm like, ooh, it's heavy-handed.
Okay, that is a pina colada. Good luck. Lila's worried that if someone's gonna request Weird Al, then everyone's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
They're not. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. No one's gonna know.
They're gonna know. Amish Paradise or I Lost in Jeopardy or Jurassic Park. But even that's really good as well.
If someone requests it, I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, someone requested Weird Al. Who could that have been? It couldn't have been any of us. Wearing the Weird Al shirts. That's not us.
Why should I be wearing a Weird Al shirt?
Yeah. Onion rings is a big choice.
It's smaller than I expected.
I don't know, like it looks like huge, and then we got this like.
It's okay.
Maybe they were the last remaining onions. Yeah, $1 per ring. My song is on. Let's not get DMCA. Weird Al, who? It's the end of another fun one. Very last minute, but I checked my phone and Sophie had sent me a message being like, when are you coming home? Because I gotta get up early to go to Nikko tomorrow. I was like, oh, I'll be home soon. Checked the phone and it was almost midnight. I almost missed my last train home. Luckily it was only 2 stops, but I'm back in Asagaya. Always so good to see Lila faced, and I keep repeating it, but like it's just so in Japanese you say kandosuru, like moving, that you can come back to a place and people are so welcoming and nice and kind and friendly, and it's like you never left. And I don't know, like I feel like my best way to repay so much of that is like paying for people's dinners, like paying for drinks. Like it's like, thank you, it's so nice to see you again, you're my friends. But everyone's got their own way. Like other people give like gifts, I just buy stuff for people. I don't know whether that's a love language or things like that, but it's nice to be nice to friends. So end of another night. Sophie's going to be away the next 2 days. It's going to be sad, but we're going to have to soldier on. And we've got a couple of events on, seeing people and some gigs, so we'll see how we do. Anyway, I'm going to get some famichiki and go to bed. I've got my famichuki. I did want to say though that Lila asked me a good question this evening. Sorry, I feel like there's something bouncing around my bucket. Okay. But she was like, would you want to move back? And I've floated this around and a few people have asked me, and I think the answer is have we spoken about it? But it's definitely no. I think that I enjoy visiting and I enjoy catching up with people and spending time here, but living here indefinitely is not something I think I could do again, at least in the current circumstances of indefinite living with my knowledge of Japanese and stuff like that. However, though, I would love to be able to spend at least a month here a year with my work. It's really funny. The Ditto instrumental remix is playing in my head and it just works with what I'm saying. But I think that it'd be lovely if I was able to, through work, spend a month abroad, and I would definitely spend it here, working 9 to 5 during the week or whenever needed, and then hanging out after hours and just existing, because it's fun to be here but not permanently. And I think that 1 month a year would just be so sweet and rewarding to be able to experience something like that. And talking to Sophie, it's interesting that she said that in Netherlands everyone's allowed to work from home from wherever they want, at least 1 month a year. That's part of like the laws over there. I wish we could do that. I don't know, it's a dream. Like, if I'm able to do that, I'll be very, very happy because I can spend that time here and then spend my holiday time going elsewhere. But it's just nice to be in this place and hang out, see people, have fun. Because I just like to feel comfortable in my travels and also exist in a place for a period of time rather than just like see a few things and go. That's why I've only really been in Tokyo. There's just not enough time to travel, and I'm not a short-term guy. A short-term Sean. Short-term Sammy. But yeah, thanks for listening to me. I don't know, I'm just ranting, but it's time to go to bed. Another day tomorrow. Let us continue. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.